Hello everybody! Hi, I'm back here. I think it's been almost, if not exactly a year since I last did a collection and storage video. And you know, normally I would not film one each year just for the sake of it. But I have gotten, and see, when I say I've gotten a lot more stuff, it makes me sound snobby, but if I don't admit that, then I'm just going to be a liar. So I guess I'll just go with I really have implicated a bunch of new storage techniques and some stuff that I definitely want to share with you guys that's, I think, helped me so much, and it's not something I've ever really heard anyone else talk about, so if I can get a little bit of, you know, brownie points, I guess you could say, for that. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of how I set up the old one, just take you through what's on top here, what's in this first drawer right along here, this horizontal drawer, and then these three vertical ones we have here, as well as what is on this bookcase over to the right. Okay, so over here we have brushes. Now, I used to have them just in these two cups. I think actually I would recommend watching the one from last year, the collection and storage video from last year, because then you can get an idea of how things have changed, which that's also my most viewed video, which I don't know what that says about people or myself, but hey, I'll take it. I used to have them just in these two cups, and this is a very recent thing that I switched them out, but I've had this cup for so long and I haven't really had anything to do with it, but now I do because I keep all my eye brushes in there. I separated it out through what I use for foundation and concealer in this one and what I use for powder and finishing products and things like that. So we've got, you know, basic foundation style brushes along to little concealer brushes, and buffer brushes as well are going to be over here. And then this is going to be things like powder brushes, stippling brushes, setting brushes, fan brushes, things like that. And then over here, really, I don't have my eye brushes organized at all, but it's just kind of a wide array of, I don't know, I like MAC brushes. I think they're great, but I also really love the e.l.f. Studio brushes and Sonia Kashuk brushes, and I've recently gotten quite a few craft brushes from Michaels because when I have time, I just kind of walk around the store and look at them. So this is a craft brush. It's a Low Cornell. Where's the other one? Oh, this is an Artist Loft brush, which is the Michaels brand, so it's really inexpensive. They also make one that I want to show you that's like, do you see how tiny that is? Like, that is a tiny little detailer brush. And I also get liner brushes from there. So these are American Painter, just small little Taklon liner brushes. So that's pretty great. I have the Sonia Kashuk blending sponge down here in its original container because I like to keep it in here. It keeps it free of like dust and lint, and then when I use it I take the top off and then get it damp, and then I'll clean it after that. And this shot glass here, which my friend Nicole got for me from New York, I have a lip brush, some mascara spoolies, tweezers, and some brush guards, which I don't actually think are worth the money, to be honest with you. The only time I honestly use it is for a 217, and then a kabuki brush here. I've got my mirror, which is a really cheap one from Revlon that I got for $5 at a resale shop. It's the same one my mom has. I would really like to get a new one, a metal one, but I'm not going to be here in this house for much longer because I will be going away to college, and there's no point in spending money on a new one. I can just take this one, it's fine. Alright, so this is a little basket that I keep dirty sponges and brushes in that I need to clean, just because it kind of keeps them out of the way. It's on the other side of the desk. I can kind of visually keep track of, you know, if I need to be cleaning them soon or not. I keep alcohol and water in these two spray bottles, which I got from Michaels. There was like a 2-pack for I think like $6 or something like that. And these hold a lot. I labeled them water and alcohol, and I put the cap, I kept the cap on the alcohol one because I don't want to accidentally spray my face or someone else's face with some alcohol instead of water. That would be bad. Boots Expert Sensitive Gentle Cleansing Lotion. I just like it to do like a quick makeup remove rather than a wipe. The Sonia Kashuk Brush Cleanser, which is the best thing in the whole wide world. I could not recommend this anymore to anyone. As you can see, I'm almost out. I need to get a new one because literally it makes plain alcohol, and plain alcohol works, but it just puts that to shame, and it makes MAC Brush Cleanser look like you're just trying to cleanse your brushes with just water. So, yeah. And it's really inexpensive too. Some mineralized charged water. What is it? Yeah, mineralized charged water. This is what I use to stick behind my camera to make sure that I'm in frame, because that's how we do things here in this household. Some makeup remover, moisturizers, eye cream, this Dermalogica one that I'm trying out. Some Q-tips are in here, and that essentially completes what is on top. Alright, so here we have the eye drawer. I sort of separate my drawers out by parts of the face, just because it makes it easier when you're putting a look together or something like that. And it's sort of organized chaos right now because I'm sort of running out of room, but I don't really know where else to put things. So it's kind of getting a little cramped, especially these mascaras, like this one falls over all the time. But what I want to show you guys and talk to you guys about, I can just kind of take this one out and show you guys, yeah. So, if you go to Michael's, the aisle with all the party supplies, that's at least where it is in the one that I work at. But if you get these little things, these jewelry boxes, as you can see, there's the label on the bottom. They're little jewelry boxes that are sort of like, you know, if you were to give someone a bracelet, it comes with the little fuzzy stuff and everything. Let's take this one out, shall we? Oh dear, I'm making a mess out of everything. But they fit together like this. So sort of, you know, like a box that you would give someone, that, like a bracelet or something. If you take them out, they become perfect organizers for items like eyeshadows and eyeliners and things like that. I like to keep this one, as you can see, which is the base of it, is a little bit taller than the lid, so it's better for things like eyeliner and you know, stuff that you kind of need it to stack up to keep it kind of sitting in there a little bit better. But for things like this, which are all the pigments that I have that I depotted into, again, a container from Michael's, this is in the bead section, you know, they can kind of just sit in here, no issue. So that is my #1 piece of organizational advice for you lovely people, because it saves you so much hassle from having to go out and find things that are, you know, that you can organize your eyeliners and stuff like that in. It just makes it so much easier. So I did that all across the board here, like, I don't even mean to make a pun, but all the way across I used loose pigments are in one of those, eyeliners, gel, pencil, liquid, things like that, mascara and my eyelash curler, and then primers and bases and things like that. And then you can also buy little ones, which I did for this example. I bought, the bobby pins are sitting in a little one, and I think the little ones are, I don't know, I think these are 49 cents, the cardboard ones, and these might be a little bit less. But so for instance, in one of the little ones I have pencil sharpeners, and then I have glitter stored horizontally. Just anything for little boxes, like liquid liners sit in one of those kinds of little boxes that I got for Christmas a while ago. Anything, boxes are just the best. I even used it for eyeshadows as well, which that's definitely super important, because these NARS eyeshadows sit in here perfectly, and MAC eyeshadows sit in here very well as well. They're a little bit too skinny, they kind of flop around back and forth, so I'd probably suggest doing it horizontally. But, Sugar Pill eyeshadows, NARS eyeshadows, Makeup Forever, Lancome singles, Illamasqua eyeshadows, they all fit perfectly in here, especially these larger ones that are closer to this size. Like the MAC larger size eyeshadows fit perfectly in there. So that's where I keep all my individual shadows, and it's just saved so much hassle, because I don't even know how they were stored in my other one, but I know it did not make any sense whatsoever. So then we've got palettes kind of stacked around. I actually am not a fan of palettes. I'd rather have a bunch of single eyeshadows because it makes it so much easier to organize, whereas palettes can kind of just, they get in the way. Oh yeah, NARS duos also fit perfectly across here, and the trio, since the trios are packaged the same way. Below here we have my Z palette, which has some of my eyeshadows that I just have depotted. Some of these I have yet to. My Inglet palette goes on top, and then I keep brow stuff kind of sitting on top of that. Brow gel, brow pencil, this brow kit. Over here I've got the Naked palette, a Kat Von D palette, and an Lancome palette that just kind of stack on top of each other. In the back here I have another MAC palette, which as you can see it has this label here. This is where I keep extra eyeshadows that I don't really want to keep in here or won't fit in there, and I don't reach for them that often. Wet n Wild Color Icon little palette things here are sitting on top of that, and then my Liquid Metal, which I love, this Liquid Metal palette from Illamasqua sits on top of that. Sleek palettes are stacked 3 high here, and they fit kind of, they wedge perfectly in there. And then this MAC quad just doesn't fit in quite perfectly. It frustrates me, but it's okay. And this broken Wet n Wild thing. So that's essentially the eye drawer. I just like to organize, keep things together, but separate, if that makes any sense. Which kind of sounds like racial profiling, but it just makes it so much easier to keep all your eyeliners together and kind of stacked like that. Here we have my personal favorite drawer, face items, because I reach for these the most. They're at the top drawer, they're the easiest to grab, and I tend to purchase mostly face items just because that's stuff that I can wear every single day, whereas unfortunately, due to social preconceptualized ideas about how men should look, I can't wear blue eyeshadow to school. I would love to, but I can't. So, you know, this will have to settle, because having good skin and looking fresh in the face, it just looks professional and put together, and I just think it looks nice to have a good face. So this is where it sort of gets into organized chaos, because I'm going to have to even kneel down here to show you. These two organizers I got years ago from IKEA. Now, MAC compacts, or anything that is MAC compact size, like the cover effects, I know the old compacts are the exact same size. Anything that's a standard compact size fits perfectly in here, but anything smaller than that is kind of awkward to fit in. Like this Revlon bronzer. Why would you package it like that? It doesn't make sense. Do you see how much wasted space there is? Like, if you would cut this in half, not include a brush, because, well, let's be honest, this thing is pretty much pointless. You could save, you see that much room. I might even depot this because it just gets in the way. So that is back there. And then all MAC compacts that I have, almost all of them, are here. So we've got, I don't even want to take you through all of them. I don't like to do that. But blush ombre, mineralized skin finish natural, blot powder, beauty powder, and mineralized skin finish. Anything that's packaged like that, it fits perfectly in here. I don't even think you can get your hands on these anymore, so I don't even know why I'm telling you. You might try the Container Store, though, for something similar. So, Smashbox bronzer, MAC blush. This is an Urban Decay cream highlighter that I'm not a fan of. And then what I did was I did round items and squared off items, because they just kind of sit better together. But I did work on depotting quite a few things, which I then put in my train case. Stuff that I just didn't personally use. In here, this is loose powder, some cream foundation, Studio Fix, another cream foundation, a Bobbi Brown touch-up kit, which, as I mentioned before, it is tiny. It is super slim compared, like, I mean, but yet you get all this, so it's nuts. Pressed powder, mineral foundation, another pressed powder, the Trish McAvoy brightening powder that I'm a huge fan of, another mineral foundation. Back here I have some of this powder. I don't even know why I haven't moved this e.l.f. HD powder. You really only use it for costume stuff. I keep foundation samples back here as well. I have a NARS Laguna, and then this is, I think I just turned this into, yeah, I just pressed a blush in there because the compact was empty, but I wanted to make use out of it. Okay, this is the scary part. Foundations. I sort of organize them from tallest bottles, like something like the MAC Face and Body is kind of sitting back here. Doesn't mean I don't use it. This Almay TLC bottle is pretty tall. The Chanel Vita Lumiere bottle is pretty tall. And I worked it from tallest to shortest, because obviously if something like this was in the back, I would never even knew it was there. Or I would never even know it's there. So, and plus I sort of organize it by, like, these are all like plastic bottles because they're all liquidy foundations. Those are all going to go up towards the front, and so it also helps that the bottle's pretty small. Got tinted moisturizers and BB creams kind of sitting up here. In this little organizer, which I don't even know where I got this, but I keep concealers, and tinted moisturizers in here. They're tinted moisturizer samples, so all different kinds of pen concealers and liquid concealers and stick concealers. Primers and stuff like that is in here, so some primer serums from Hourglass, silicone primers, silicone-free primers, they all kind of sit in this. This is actually stuff that you drink at, like, when you have office parties. Yeah. And there's a Q-tip down there, too. Cool. This has antioxidants in it, this moisturizer, but the bottle, it is tinted, so I don't know if light will get in here, but I just like to keep it in here to be safe. Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, which is annoying to organize because it is so tall, it barely fits in here. And then we've got sunscreens and moisturizers with sunscreen, or SPF, pardon me. They're all kind of sitting up here. So this is my favorite. I think it's organized the most logically. For considering the space that I have and the size of the drawer, it's not a very tall drawer, and it's not a very deep drawer. Deep like this. I have made a lot of use out of it, but if I buy one more foundation, it's not going to fit in here. So I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, next drawer. So here, my dear friends, we have lip products. Let me give you a little bit of tidbit of information. So, you know those little individual lipstick organizer things that you can get from the Container Store that everybody and their mother has? It has like 28 little wells. Each individual well will hold one lipstick. It's nice, it looks nice, it's thick acrylic, and it makes a nice sound when you tap on it with metal, so, or your fingernails. I don't like those. I had one, and it was a pain in the ass, and I'll tell you why. Unless all of your lipsticks are, I don't know, something like this, like a Maybelline, what is this, a Color Sensational one? Is that what they're called? Yeah, a Color Sensational with a flat top. Unless all of your lipsticks have a flat top, you can't put everything in there. And the reason being, look at a MAC lipstick, which I think most people, if you are into makeup, like we are here on YouTube, most everyone owns at least one MAC lipstick. But that will not sit in there because it's just gonna flop right over due to this rounded top. Even something like this, which has a slanted top, or let's see, what else has a slanted top? Yep, slanted top. That should also go here. Oh, here we go. L'Oreal has a slanted top. NARS lipsticks will fit in there just fine. Makeup Forever, Revlon, that'll fit in there just fine. But unless you have something with a flat top, it's not going to fit in there. And that frustrates me. So what I did is I have a solution. I've had this organizer since my last video. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little slots on it. I got it from IKEA years ago. I don't even think you can still buy it. But, you know, that's besides the point. So what I did was I took some drawer liner, you know, like the kind that you stick in like kitchen drawers to keep your silverware from moving around. Yeah, I put some of that in there, which I don't know if you can even see in the bottom here. I put that in the bottom to kind of prevent things from sliding around too much. And then I organized them. I sort of just did it by shape. So we have square lipsticks over here and round lipsticks just because I needed a way to organize them, for God's sake. Other than that, it's not too highly organized, but I don't really care because I organize them label up so I can see the shade number or shade name. And so that's my solution. So if you have something like this, like one of these little baskets, definitely put some drawer liner in there and you can put your lipsticks all the way across just fine. But I would definitely recommend the drawer liner because if not, things are just they tend to kind of move around. So that's what I have in here. Cotton buds, or Q-tips, whatever you want to call them. Cotton swabs. If anyone gets that, please let me know. Cotton pads, cotton balls, and then these are little acrylic boxes with lids that I just took the lid off of. I think you can get them at Michael's. I got mine at Walmart, but I think you can get them at Michael's. I'll have to check on that for you guys. This is some cream blush. Oh yeah, and the little acrylic boxes I keep lip pencils in one of them and lip glosses in the other one. Cream blushes that kind of sit here. Sponges, powder puffs, and then this is a lid to one of the Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush little fragrances. I used up all the fragrance and I kept the lid because it organizes sleek pout paints and OCC lip tars absolutely perfectly. Other than that, there's not too much in here, but I don't know what else I'd put in here since I like to have all of my types of items together. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to put foundations, just random bottles of foundation in here too. That would throw me off. So I'm going to show you the last drawer, which is kind of a big letdown, but it's still part of the tour. And down here we have how I turn into a monster. We've got costume makeup down here and anything related to it. So I have some brushes that I keep specifically for costume purposes because they just, like this foundation brush is permanently stained white, so I mean there's permanently going to be white residualness in there. so I keep that in there. A lot of paintbrushes are good for liquid and cream product work. Do you like my socks, by the way? They're pretty cute, huh? So I keep, what's this, Liquicet, Ben Nye Final Seal, some baby oil for removing spirit gum. My Mayron palette is down here, some Ben Nye Clown White, Ben Nye Aqua Color, or Magic Cake, whatever it's called. Magic Cake Aqua Paint. This is just some of the really cheap cream foundation, which I actually really like this stuff. I think it's pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You just have to apply it right. Then we've got some loose powders down here, and then this is like Complexion Perfection powder, or whatever, tone correcting elf powder. This is the neutral set and the super white powder, and then some NYC Smooth Skin, which I hate for regular use, but spirit gum is down here, Scar Wax is here, some extra little spirit gums, and tooth enamel, and then liquid latex. And then, as you see, I have a bottle of blood. It's a pint of blood, which is pretty neat. And then some more tubes of blood. I really like fake blood a lot. So that's what's down here. I don't reach down here that often unless I'm doing a costume look. This organizer here I got from a resale shop. I don't even know if you can find it. I don't know who makes it. I don't know where it came from originally. But I would imagine it's probably for like a desk thing, because like this could be, you keep rubber bands in there where that spirit gum is. You could keep paper clips in here. So definitely try that. Something that's for like teachers' desks or office desks or whatever. Desk drawers would probably be the best thing to look for. But as you see, everything kind of has its own little slot. So, okay, so everyone and their mother has Sterilite drawers for organizing their makeup, and I too am included in that. First of all, let me show you this. This was the little, when my parents gave me Blue, the Chanel cologne for Christmas 2 years ago. They wrapped it really nicely in like Chanel paper and this ribbon, so I kind of tied the ribbon on here because it's cute. I keep a clock here, so when I'm getting ready for school, it's not like 7 something and I need to be leaving. Germex, as you can see, is back here, which I like to use. I don't use antibacterial hand soap, though. That's something you should maybe know about me. I made the switch to Castile soap because too much antibacterial stuff in your life will make you sick. That's just kind of how life works. Sorry. So in here, I labeled this when literally my makeup collection used to be able to fit in here. So if that tells you anything, yeah, I've grown. But now I don't really have a method for organizing what's in here. So glue sticks and scissors and hair clips and a little micro touch shaver. You can't even see what's in here, but glue sticks are in here for when I'm doing my eyebrows down. And this thing I have, what is this? Oh, lip balms. This is something that's actually kind of makes sense. Lip balms and hand lotion. I keep a bunch of extra lip balms in here, just backups. That is what's in there. And then in here, I don't even know. Oh, all these extra really crappy brushes that come with all the items you get. I keep the sponge tip applicators because you can use them for some things, but other than that, it's kind of pointless. I also keep extra brush guards in here because I hardly use them, to be honest. Here's where I keep... Ooh, we need to raise up for this. I hope y'all don't judge me too hard for my mess, but backup sunscreen. These are all little samples. I like to keep samples in here because it gives me a chance to try new items, and they're all in one kind of area. These are extra dividers for my train case. We have a Brazilian peel here that I need to do. An extra little, what is this, an organizer? Clear jar with mini jar inside. Oh, I used the mini jar already. And then extra like little moisturizers, backup eyelash curler pad, that's something. And then the keys to my train case are in there. Lashes, this is actually something worth looking at. I did a order recently and I got a bunch of red cherry lashes and some individuals. I ordered 2 and they gave me a 3rd set free, so that's pretty nice. Some accent lashes as well, and then I've got strip lashes kind of sitting in the back. And then lash glue and adhesive and tweezers. I like the flathead tweezers for applying eyelashes because you really can't stab your eye out with those. These are my more natural ones. I ordered some lower lashes. These stack beautifully, by the way. Some lower lashes, some really dramatic ones. I don't know when the hell I'm ever going to use these. They looked smaller on the website. And then these are the more natural ones, if you can call them natural. This is where I keep like extra products, extra samples that I don't personally need to try. Like if there's something for oily skin, I'll stick it in here because I can give it to someone. So it just kind of helps me keep track of that. This is where it sort of gets messy. I have towels and stuff in this bin right here. This is where I keep all my depotting tools actually. So a knife, a pen, magnets, and super glue stick. And then that little Mac box also goes on top of there. So I just stack these because it's my ghetto tripod, but I make use out of it, so whatever. And then if this doesn't prove my hoardness, then this is, yeah, I keep all boxes and packaging from drugstore items, brush little slips from Elf or wherever, I just keep all those. I keep extra, cotton pads, alcohol, cotton swabs, sponges, and then these, which they put on sale at Michael's sometimes, and I use this for when I'm doing liquid latex, and sometimes they're like 2 cents a piece, 4 cents a piece, where they're normally 49 cents, so I just like to buy a bunch of them because I use them for liquid latex or any kind of thing where I have to use something disposable, since you will ruin a brush if you use liquid latex with a brush. I've done it before. Oops. And then this is where I keep brush cleansing stuff. So like I'll just take this over to the sink. This stuff is so good. You can buy this from Michael's. It's the Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver. I forgot whose video I saw this in, but I bought it myself and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like, as you can see, I've used like all of it because it is so good. It gets every little bit of makeup out of your brush. And then antibacterial bar to sanitize everything. I don't know if you guys want to see, oh, underneath here is where I keep all my empties because I want to do a video on them. I'm going to show you guys over to this area and you're going to scream and laugh at me and I'm going to be embarrassed, but I still want to show you. So this is what I call the hoarding zone because, as I said, I'm going into packaging design. That's going to be something that is going to be important to me in my career and in my future. So I keep every single box from whatever product it is. You saw the drugstore stuff over there. Every single, like, this is where I keep luxury stuff or like higher end stuff, so, you know, Chanel, Illamasqua, NARS, Lancome, Laura Mercier. That's where I keep stuff, like big boxes for palettes. I keep, what is in here? Oh, sleek stuff, some, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. This is a sleeve, oh yeah, that's just random stuff. And this is like kind of like lower end, like Clinique and Too Faced and Urban Decay stuff I don't really care about. Because I don't like those brands, to be honest with you. MAC stuff is in here, and it kind of continues on into this box, I think. Oh no, this is my exile zone. This is where I keep stuff that I hate and that makes me want to stab someone. So I keep that in there so I don't stab someone. Skincare stuff goes in here. That's just an empty Ulta bag. My MAC stuff continues. Oh, here we go. This is other MAC stuff. So I keep all the boxes. But I will tell you, I would suggest doing that on any skincare or face product you buy, because if you find out you are allergic to something, you can trace it back down, because not every product has the ingredients listed on there. Like, for example, if I was allergic to zinc oxide, which thank God I'm not, I can see that if this is giving me problems, this Laura Mercier mineral powder, because it has zinc oxide in it, I will stop using that. It also just kind of, yeah, I just like to keep it for my personal reference, but I think it's uber important, especially skincare stuff, because if you find out you're allergic to something, you need to be able to trace it back down so you're not putting toxins on your face that will, you know, make you break out and in hives. That would be bad. So yeah, I would definitely recommend keeping at least face and skincare stuff. You can keep it just in a box stored away somewhere or in a bag just shoved under your bed, but just keep some of them because you never know if you're going to develop an allergy to something. So yeah, that is everything. This is such a long video. I know I'm going to try and trim it down, but I like to be pretty thorough. I don't skip a beat, do I? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and until my next video, which I don't know what that'll be, I will talk to everybody later. Bye, guys!